Hey everyone, I'm Moody Boo, the Fragrant Nomad, and I am back with a single perfume review, another one from the house of Sylvaine Delacourte, and this is Ozkan. This is from the Orange Blossom series. Oh man, that is becoming a favorite house fast. So this is tonka bean and leather, heliotrope, orange blossom, patchouli, cinnamon, saffron, mandarin orange, immortal, bergamot, and rose. Oh man. And what's crazy about Ozkan is that this almost gives me like a hint of anise, or it's more like a black licorice cream fluff cream, really light whipped black licorice cream. That's kind of what it gives me. Oh my God. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but I'm loving it. It doesn't have that bite of anise, and there's no anise in it. No black licorice, none of that. It's just an accord that I'm getting. And that does go away after about an hour, that black licorice fluff whipped cream kind of a smell. And it's not super sweet either at this stage. Ever, really. It's never, cloying or anything. Sorry, I just sneezed and I am recovering from that. So, and I think that licorice whipped cream kind of feeling that I'm getting, maybe the tonka, the leather, and the heliotrope, maybe that combination is giving it to me. I don't know. But that's what I get. Okay, this is what it reminds me of. Almost like a black licorice soda pop. It's almost effervescent at some point. So, and not like root beer, not that. Like black licorice soda pop. Yeah, that's what I get. But I love it. Now, like I said, if you are opposed to anise or black licorice, don't worry. That's just what I get. Because it is heavy tonka and leather and heliotrope, in my opinion. The orange blossom is there, but it's really, even though it's part of the Orange Blossom series, it's really not the star of the musical. It is all about the tonka, the leather, and the heliotrope, in my opinion. Especially at the top. Then when it dries down, it does get earthier. I don't know if it gets a little less sweet, or is it just because some of those earthy notes come up and become more dominant that I perceive that it gets a little less sweet. But it does, in my opinion. Not a lot, just a hint. I think that saffron is part of where I get some of the earthiness in the deep dry down. And the cinnamon is light. It's light, but there's just this breath of spice in the deep dry down that just adds some interest to it, some mystery or something to it. And I don't really get any fruitiness. Even at the top, maybe that's what's given it just this effervescence, like soda pop that I'm getting, or whipped cream, that airiness might be coming from, the orange and the bergamot, but I don't detect citrus or freshness at any point during the wearing of this perfume. And the patchouli does come in the deep dry down, but it's also really light. It's not head shop hippie kind of patchouli. It's that warm, almost, I almost want to say chocolatey kind of patchouli that I have smelled in the past. It almost gives it's such a rich earthiness that it almost gives it a chocolatey kind of vibe. Oh, man, me likey. I'm telling you, Sylvaine Delacourte is doing some things. Because as far as all I know, that she only has the orange blossom, the musk, and the vanilla collections in her repertoire. And I can guarantee you, I have all three. And I can guarantee you that I dislike none. There isn't a single perfume in any of those, and each one has 5 or 6, I want to say 6 or 7, something like that. And I haven't found a single perfume of hers that I dislike. There's several that I'm like, okay, they're all right. And there's several like, oh my God, I have to have now. And then there's several that are like, I'm not sure yet, but I'm still working with them. They may be slow burns. So far I have 3. I need 2 more. I need Helichrys from the Musk series. And I need, one of the ones from the Vanilla series. And I can't think of the name right now. Because I have Valkyrie, Osiris, and Ozkan. And I'll be getting bop, 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 bop here in the near future. And the performance on these perfumes is really good for me. Ozkan, I easily get 7-8 hours. It projects arm's length with 2 sprays. Never becomes a skin scent. I leave a good sillage. I've walked in every one of her perfumes. I've walked back into my own sillage more than once. The price is a really good 1-ounce bottle. I think at Neiman Marcus, this was $70. I want to say it was $70. So the prices are outstanding for such quality juice. And the bottles, now these are pretty simple, but I do like the other bottles, the bigger bottles, the 50 ml or 100 ml bottles, because to me they look like they belong on a shelf of an apothecary in the Wild West or something. They just have that flavor to them, and I really like that. I like a bottle that transports me, whether that's to Fantasyland, to the tropics, to the Wild West, whether it's a time travel, whether it's a geographical travel. I like a cool bottle. I do think that initially it would be perceived a tick on the feminine side from unisex, just a tick. But once it dries down, that wings right back over, right straight up to unisex. I don't think it's either or. And many of her perfumes are very unisex. They're either unisex or they're petting the feminine side of the scale. I don't think any of them I've smelled I felt were masculine perfumes that wouldn't be appropriate for a woman. I think they're all unisex though. I know I'm repeating myself. I do that at my age. So thank you again for being here. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. There's the horse in my voice from the smoke. I still love you. And use your own nose. Peace.